November 29th, review of absolute value equations and solving for multiple variables. Top left, plus 3, 3 times the absolute value of x is equal to 9. Divide by 3, the absolute value of x is equal to 3. So x is equal to plus or minus 3. Moving down, multiplying both sides by 8, I get 7p plus 4, still in the brackets, is equal to 24. So I'm going to take 7p plus 4, and this is going to be equal to 24, or 7p plus 4 is equal to negative 24. And I solve these both separately. Minus 4. 7p is equal to 20, or 7p is equal to negative 28. Divide by 7, divide by 7, divide by 7, divide by 7. P is equal to 20/7, or P is equal to negative 4. Moving down, subtracting 4 from both sides, I get the absolute value of negative 5x is equal to negative 15. The absolute value of something will never be negative, so we can simply write undefined and move on. The next problem, if I subtract 7 from both sides, I have 3 times the absolute value of x over 9 is equal to 1. When I divide this by 3, I get 1/3. So I can write this as x over 9 is equal to 1/3, or x over 9 is equal to negative 1/3. I might here stop to multiply everything by 9, which would mean I have x is equal to 9/3, which is just 3, or x is equal to negative 9/3, which is just negative 3. Those are my two answers. The next one, I divide both sides by 10. I have the absolute value of 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. So this is the third scenario. If I have the absolute value of something is negative, it's undefined. If I have the absolute value of something is a positive number, there are going to be two answers. The distance from 0 on the right, the distance from 0 on the left. But if I have the absolute value of something is equal to 0, it doesn't really make sense to call this equal to 0 or 7x plus 3 is equal to negative 0, because there's no such thing as negative 0. So there's only going to be one answer for that scenario. This problem is confusing. The order of the tens. We divide by the 10 here. And we do so on the other side also. Excuse me, we will subtract 10 rather. So we have negative 10 times the absolute value of negative 8x plus 4 is equal to 0. And when we divide by negative 10, we have the absolute value of negative 8x plus 4 is equal to 0. So again, we're only going to have one answer. I can just erase these brackets and solve it. Minus 4 from both sides. Negative 8x is equal to negative 4. When I divide by a negative 8, and if I simplify this, I get x is equal to 1/2.